Welcome home, Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Wednesday, August 18th. It's 6:17 a.m. here in the Arizona desert, a jab-free green zone. Okay, everybody, check it out, bitcoindailyview.com. Got more for you there. Don't mind the roaring leaf blowers out there because no matter what I do, or when I try to do this, the leaf blowers will arrive or construction will start on either side of the house. So enjoy the background noise. Anyway, Venmo, as I mentioned yesterday, this is just cool. I still have the tab up. Check out Venmo. If you use it, look for that crypto tab. If you've used it at all, give me some feedback in the discussion below. All right, I'm just mentioning this one more time. WatchTheBurn.com. I'm going to put this over in the indicator section over at Bitcoin Daily View so we can find it easy in the future. It's kind of cool seeing how much ETH is being burned. Gosh, what would you do for a percentage of that Bitcoin being, of that Ethereum being burned? It's wild to see. Anyway, CZ said something really cool. I know many people are kind of mad at Binance, and not everybody is a fan of CZ, but he said something that spoke to me, and that is there is no work-life balance. Find something that gives your life purpose to work on. I can't agree more. And for me personally, being part of the crypto revolution and making that bet on the future of humanity, that positive bet, and believing that it is the first peaceful revolution that's ever truly existed on a global scale, that's what gives my life purpose. And I don't mind pouring my enthusiasm and efforts into making a living trading crypto and being part of that crypto revolution and desiring to do more and be more involved in it. All right, looking at spot trading volume on Binance, it's this morning it's 29 billion. If you're above even 25 billion, you're doing pretty good. If you're above 30 billion, definitely a good day. We're at 29 billion, not bad at all, but we are down 0.22%. So we may see a waning of trading volume. Anyway, that's all pairs on Binance. Not bad 24 volume for spot trading. Looking at derivatives, if you're above 70 billion, it's a darn good day. So we're at 89 billion. That is not bad at all. Slightly beginning to trend down 0.2% last 24 hours. So definitely good. We're seeing great futures volume and okay spot trading volume. So futures seem to be what's hot right now. Looking at Bitcoin trading volume, let me refresh this. Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, 4.7 billion. That's still pretty low, but just enough to make something happen. This is retail volume, of course, not whale trading volume. So Binance, 2.8 billion of that. Coinbase, 744 million. Not bad at all. Let's see if Coinbase can break a billion today. Like I said, we need about 3 billion so that the network actually moves and that the market's alive at all for Bitcoin. 4.7 billion, I'll take it. Once you start hitting 5 or 6 billion, that's definitely a day where you might see Bitcoin make some percent gains. All right, we'll refresh this. Longs versus shorts sentiment on Binance. 66% long, 33% shorts. Very interesting Illuminati numbers there. I'm sorry, I had this backwards. Longs versus short sentiment on Binance for Bitcoin is 63% long, 36% short. So definitely a long sentiment for Bitcoin. For Ethereum, 66% long, 33% shorts. Definitely some Illuminati numbers right there. So definitely Ethereum is being eclectically inspired by the benevolent and dark forces. All right, with that said, looking at Coin360, just the last hour, because that's all that really matters in crypto, right? It's the immediate now. We're seeing a $45,000 Bitcoin, a $3,000 Ethereum, and in general a green day in the markets. The market's making a nice move. All right, nice to see Doge in the green there. Looking at crypto bubbles because it's fun. Definitely a beautiful green bubbly day in the market today. Matic up 3%, AR up 9%, Armalite and Audio up 6.8%, Luna up 3%, Waves 5, Link 2.6. This is a nice day in the market. I hope people are actually having a good time making some money. Trades have been risky the last day or so with Bitcoin being so volatile. Anyway, I believe that the daily MACD is a big indicator of where Bitcoin's going. It shows whether it has upwards or downwards pressure. And I believe the 2-hour MACD kind of shows you the rudder of the ship. So think of the daily MACD as a big aircraft carrier, and the 2-hour MACD is kind of like the rudder. I think it takes an aircraft carrier about 6 miles of travel to turn around. Um, and so basically, even though that rudder is pegged like, it takes a little while for that ship to even care and start to react to that. So I think that right now, if we look at the 2-hour MACD, we can see here that, well, for one thing, the 2-hour chart is above the 200 moving average. And of course, the 314, 200 moving average is in the red. That's very powerful. I like seeing that. We can see the histograms closing towards the positive direction. Look at this crazy volatility of the MACD. So anyway, definitely some bear, bull, retail, trader, and whale just craziness going on right now. But we are beginning to close that MACD towards the positive. We're down here. We're kind of worn out. Looks like it's beginning to turn up. So really, I would set an alert for a positive MACD cross in the 2-hour. Because when that happens, I think definitely you want to look at the I believe it's called the tangent. I think I've said it wrong before. I think I've called it the fulcrum, but it's really the tangent, which is basically look at which way the blue MACD is moving in relation to the red signal. So definitely when that 2-hour crosses, watch the daily and see if the tangent, if the blue MACD line is beginning to close positively on another MACD cross. This is definitely a place where we could see a 20% dump because we have crossed negative on the daily MACD, but we could also just see the slight dump that we've had followed by some upwards movement. Really nobody knows, especially with whale play so extreme right now. But watch for this histogram to start closing on the daily. Definitely watch that 2-hour MACD as a harbinger of what's going to happen. I'm watching that. On the daily, we're riding this 200 moving average, the white moving average, really, really rough right now. I mean, seriously, this is always kind of troubling. You need to get above it or below it. Okay, so on the daily, the 200 MACD. On the daily, the 200 moving average is a big deal for Bitcoin, for anything, but especially for Bitcoin. I find this is a great indicator. Daily MACD, daily 200 moving average, big deal. So we're negative on the MACD, we're negative on the 200 moving average, but we could easily make a break towards the positive. So keep an eye on it here. I think today is going to decide, especially as we go into the weekend, we're going to see if we're going to go for that nice retrace, have some dry powder for that if it happens, or we're going to just continue up. I really think it could go either way. And who knows, the whales on the conference call, that's who knows. Maybe Michael Saylor. Okay, with that said, daily MACD. I'm sorry, God, I'm all over the place. Sorry. Daily 150 moving average. So 100 moving average and 50 moving average. So the white line here is the 50 moving average. The green line is the 100 moving average. Many say when that 50 crosses over the 100, it's very, very bullish. Basically, that's going to either happen or not. We are extremely close to that right now. So if Bitcoin can make any kind of a positive move today, or the next day or so, we're going to see that cross. And it just can be, does it really affect the laws of the universe and how it works? Well, I don't know about that, but it does affect sentiment. So let's see if we can get some upwards momentum of a couple percent and get that positive, I think some call it like the golden cross, whatever. But anyway, 50 MA crossing over the 100 MA. This could be kind of glorious. Looking at this daily chart with some of the indicators I like to use on shorter time frames, we do have a positive directional index, positive ADX. Squeeze indicator is still showing, even though it's waning, some good positive momentum. The KRI is in the green, well in the green. I like that. Stochastic RSI is trending down. Looks like we're getting we'll see how that goes. It may be moving towards a better buy zone. The lazy indicator is definitely showing we're screwed and we're going to dump. But anyway, it's very volatile, so lagging indicators are always a little bit, well, exactly that, lagging. Lagging indicators have a hard time telling you what's going on in a very, very volatile market. Anyway, that's why I'm zooming out here. So we shall see. We're at one of these places where we're just going to have to see which way it goes. Be ready for either. But here's something that I am looking at. BTC versus USDT, of course. This is on Binance, 45-minute chart. I did a fib retracement here, so starting here at this low, about August 5th, to our high since then. It does look like the .382 fib line coming in at $44,026 is definitely a place we've had previous support and resistance. I mean, if you can do a fib and it matches a little bit of time, and the lines match, of the fib match support resistance in the chart, definitely something to look at. So, 44,026. We seem to have made kind of a bounce off of that, even though it does seem to be a bit We are volatile since then. Overall, if we do look at the 45-minute chart and this fib, it does look like we kind of visited it almost with some wicks, and now we're getting some nice abrupt upwards movement. I like seeing that. So let's see if we have resistance here at the 236, which would be 45,607. If we can rock back through that, amen, we're doing good. Also, do note in the 45-minute chart, we are below the 200 moving average and the 314 moving average. That's never too hot. We really want to get above that 200 moving average, which would take about 46,200, 46,300 to get there. And about there, I would imagine we'd see a 2-hour MACD probably turn positive. So watch for that, the 200 moving average being crossed in the 45-minute chart and the 200, in the MACD being crossed positive on the 2-hour chart. So 2-hour MACD positive, 45-minute chart getting positive, breaking above the 200 moving average. These are things to watch for. I mean, looking at this volatility, looking at the market, which way is it going to go? Really, I just don't know. What I do like is I am seeing the directional index begin to get some green here on the short time frame. Directional index is still in the red. ADX is dumping, but you can see though if we do look that we are getting a trend. Things are kind of moving positive here on the directional index. So let's just see how it goes if we can get that to turn to the green again. Anyways, a lot of volatility. It makes things hard to read, but still on the 45-minute chart, we're in this beautiful buy zone here in the stochastic RSI, and we're about to cross positive. Look at the lazy bear indicator. The green is the oscillator. The red is the signal. Looks like we're about to cross positive there. So anyway, looking at different time frames, where are we? Just watch. I don't know. I can't tell you. Anyway, Ethereum. Definitely basically doing what Bitcoin is doing. I like its indicators. They're looking strong too. Look about exactly like Bitcoin. Let's see if we can get Ethereum above that 200 moving average today. And also, something that'd be fun to do. Let me see if I got it right here. I do. On Ethereum, really, if we look at Ethereum with the hash ribbons indicator, it did fire up a buy, but at the same time that Bitcoin did. Let's look at the MACD on the daily. Yeah, MACD on the daily for Ethereum is also across negative. It kind of mirrors whatever Bitcoin does, really, in my opinion. It just tends to have more percentage of movement. Looking at the 2-hour for Ethereum, something I like about the 2-hour for Ethereum. Okay, let's say it's making a 200 moving average bounce. I like seeing that. Let's look at the MACD. You can see the MACD is cruising towards a positive cross here on the 2-hour. So definitely watch Ethereum. I've kind of been trading in and out of Bitcoin. In and out of Ethereum recently, even more than Bitcoin, just because I like trading in and out of. Right now, I like playing Bitcoin and Ethereum because if I get the trade wrong, it just delays profit. So it's a good place to be. And with Ethereum, its swings are more percent. So anyway, I am thinking about hedging back in a little bit more on Ethereum today when I see this 2-hour MACD about to cross positive. Boom, especially depending on what Bitcoin is doing. Anyway, Ethereum could be some good gains today depending on how it goes. Never financial advice, entertainment purposes only. I'm a crazy person, but, well, I like to talk out loud on YouTube. Anyway, here's the thing. ADA versus USDT, 45-minute chart. Everyone likes ADA. Cardano is doing amazing stuff right now. But here's the thing. ADA, below the 200 moving average, but it is ranging between the 200 and 314. That's a good place to be. Indicators are slowly strengthening, so definitely if Bitcoin starts to make a move upwards, ADA will follow it. Dogecoin ranging between the 200 and 314 moving average on the 45-minute chart. It's gotten some good news in the press recently, so let's see what happens. Like most alts, it's waiting to see what Bitcoin does, except for Sol. Sol, basically, it doesn't care. It's kind of like the honey badger of crypto right now. And I did mention it yesterday. Look at these indicators. It's one of the few alts that has strong indicators right now, and it doesn't care what Bitcoin's doing. It's making a move. Just watch out if you hop in right now. We are pretty extended. We're above the red trend line here, which is the 8 moving average. You're never going to stay on any time frame too far from that. So we're a little bit extended right now. But then again, look at this. The directional index. Squeeze indicator is in the green with some powerful golf balls there. I like seeing that. Also, directional index is in the green. ADX is at 16. I mean, if it starts to hit like 20, especially when it starts hitting in the low 20s, KRI is in the green. lazy bear indicator does show that, well, it still shows that we're moving up. We're okay. We're not overbought yet. And the stochastic RSI, of course, is pegged at the top because it's retarded. Well, anyway, Solaris, or whatever, Sol, um, this thing is a machine. If it sees another retrace and the indicators still look good, I'm definitely going to hop into it. And depending on how the day goes, I don't know, maybe I will play in and out of Sol. It's one of those coins where, gosh, what if you'd bought it, before it started? And talk about the 200 moving average being a powerful indicator. I mean, if you look at this 45-minute 200 moving average, if you were to have bought, well, let's just say that you know, bought the initial cross, like way the crap back here, the percent you'd be up would be massive, and you wouldn't even care about the swings that it's doing right now. You'd be way in profit. I think all of us traders in crypto tend to trade somewhat short time frames. They maybe have a hodl that we're always, dollar cost averaging or something like that, but really, Sol is like against USDT is that dream long trade. Anyway, LTC, just gonna start mentioning LTC because we're below the 200 moving average, below the 314 moving average. Rather weak ass looking chart, but it's beginning to firm up a little bit. So I'm just kind of watching Litecoin recently. Yeah, I think, I don't know, especially with Lightning Network and such getting more attention recently as adoption for Bitcoin continues and it needs to be fast. I don't know. Just keep an eye on Litecoin. Just take it as an intuition, which I know is not TA, but still. I'm watching it because it hasn't had its day yet in the sun. And in the bull run of 2020, 2021, yeah, I mean, it's moved up, it's done okay, but the gains it has are not, they ain't that great. And Litecoin kind of gets forgotten quite often, but it's still a player out there. And as adoption continues for Bitcoin and Ethereum, especially as we roll into 2021, I don't know, Litecoin eventually needs to start making some powerful moves or just truly be forgotten. So I'm watching for the powerful move, and I'm certainly not going to buy the dump if it just gets forgotten. It's kind of at a make or break time, I think. Anyway, thanks, Bitcoin truth seekers. And remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit banker cries. And a few globalists cry too. And then some of the real deep state evil people, their hemorrhoids bother them. So anyway, you take care, and I will see you again very soon, Bitcoin truth seekers.